Continuing with Emerson's Nature, section on Idealism, Part 5. Finally, religion and ethics, which may be fitly called the practice of ideas, or the introduction of ideas into life, have an analogous effect with all lower culture in degrading nature and suggesting its dependence on spirit. Ethics and religion differ herein, that the one is a system of human duties commencing from man, the other from God. Religion includes the personality of God. Ethics does not. They are one to our present design. They both put nature underfoot. The first and last lesson of religion is, the things that are seen are temporal. The things that are unseen are eternal. It puts an affront upon nature. It does that for the unschooled, which philosophy does for Berkeley and Vyasa. Pause right there. I'm not sure. That's got to be, maybe that's a Unitarian thing, right? Where physical things are temporal. I mean, they are temporal, but as in not eternal, right? But I don't know. Any creed-fessing Christians, right? Resurrection of the body. It's not just resurrection of the soul, but the body. So I don't know that he quite. Maybe his church was not a creed-professing Christianity. I don't know. Continuing on. The uniform language that may be heard in the churches of the most ignorant sect is, condemn the unsubstantial shows of the world. They are vanities, dreams, shadows, unreality. Seek the realities of religion. The devotee flaunts nature. Some theosophists have arrived at a certain hostility and indignation towards matter, as the Manichaean and Platonists. They distrust in themselves any looking back at these fleshpots of Egypt. Plotinus was ashamed of his body. In short, they might all say of matter what Michelangelo said of eternal beauty. It is the frail and weary weed in which God dresses the soul, which he has called into time. It appears that motion, poetry, physical and intellectual science and religion all tend to affect our convictions of reality of the external world. But I own there is something ungrateful in expanding too curiously the particulars of the general proposition that all culture tends to imbue us with idealism. I have no hostility to nature, but a child's love to it. I expand and live in the warm day like corn and melons. Let us speak her fair. I do not wish to fling stones at my beautiful mother, nor soil my gentle nest. I only wish to indicate the true position of nature in regard to man, wherein to establish man all right education tends as the grounds to which attain is the object of human life, that is, of man's connection with nature. That sentence right there is why my publications are on eco-literacy, right? All right education. That's even music education. All right education tends as a grounds which to attain is the object of human life, that is, of man's connection to nature. Culture inverts the vulgar views of nature and brings the mind to call that apparent which it uses to call real, and that real which it uses to call visionary. Children, it is true, believe in the eternal world. The belief that appears only is an afterthought, but with culture, this faith will as surely arise in the mind as did the first. The advantage of the ideal theory over the popular faith is this, that it presents the world in precisely that view which is most desirable to the mind. It is, in fact, the view which reason, both speculative and practical, that is, philosophy and virtue, take. For seen in the light of the thought, the world always is phenomenal, and virtue subordinates it to the mind. Idealism sees the world in God. It beholds the world's circle of persons and things, of actions and events, of country and religion, not as painfully accumulated atom after atom, act after act, in an age creeping past, but as one vast picture of God, which God paints on the instant eternity of the contemplation of the soul. Therefore, the soul holds itself off from a too trivial and microscopic study of the universal tablet. It respects the end too much to immerse itself in the means. It sees something more important in Christianity than the scandals of ecclesial history or the niceties of criticism, and very incurious concerning persons or miracles, and not at all disturbed by chasms of historical evidence. It accepts from God the phenomenon as it finds it, as the pure and awful form of religion in the world. It is not hot and passionate at the appearance of what it calls its own good or bad fortune, as a union or opposite of other persons. No man is its enemy. It accepts whatsoever befalls as part of its lesson. It is a watcher more than a doer, and it is a doer only that it may better watch.